from the Social Policy and Parliamentary Unit of the Salvation Army. Paul Barber joins us on the program. Paul, kia ora.
Yeah, kia ora. Good to talk to you.
It is a difficult read, honestly, this report. Did it surprise you, even doing the research, just how bad things are at the moment in terms of homelessness in New Zealand?
Well, in many ways, no. That what we've been experiencing through our services over the past, particularly the last year, has been a real surge, and noticing a real surge in people coming to us who are in homeless situations seeking help. So, I mean, the briefing work that we've been doing is about trying to actually put that on record, talk regularly and consistently with people in our networks around the country, and just asking those sort of kind of questions. Are you noticing an increase in people who are homeless and needing support? And attempting to put that together into an organized narrative that really tries to explain what's going on. So I'm afraid it is really documenting what is being experienced by people in our services around the country.
It is a difficult thing to measure accurately, a difficult thing to document, because homelessness isn't self-reporting in some ways. What are the statistics? What do we know about the state of homelessness, Paul?
Well, that's one of the hard questions, to put numbers on things. Yes.
Yeah.
What with the most the official statistic is the census, which was last done in May 2023, and looks at the people who are living without shelter or in improvised and insecure shelter, and that was just under 5,000 people in May 2023.
Yeah.
And that a subset of that is the people who are visibly homeless that you would see, like doing sleeping rough and street homelessness. But it's also people who are not visible. They're finding somewhere out of sight, but is not proper housing. And when we want to understand what's happened since then, there is no formal official statistics held. So people. What we rely on then is a group of street counts that are done by some of the services that work, the Auckland Homelessness Services combined, and they've seen, for instance, in Auckland, almost doubling of the number of people who are visibly street homeless there in Auckland from September last year, about 426 to over 800 in May.
Wow.
So that's one example of how there's been a very large increase in a very short period of time of people struggling without homes.
And the number, as we mentioned, probably quite a bit higher than that. Another statistic which may surprise some people is the percentage of homelessness, or the numbers of women who are homeless within our society at the moment. Again, some disturbing numbers there, Paul.
Yeah. The number we referred to there of around 57,000 is women living in a whole range of severe housing deprivation situations.
Yeah.
But yes, it's one of the new sort of insights that's coming out of this work that we're struggling to kind of explain is why it appears that women's homelessness is really rising more sharply. And because it's often in the past been seen as more of a hidden homelessness, and perhaps now we're getting better at identifying what's actually going on for women, and again, it's really a call to us to do something, to take some action to respond to these needs.
And it's a bit of a wake-up call, because perhaps people have the stereotype of homeless people. Well, that's an elderly person with drug addiction or mental health issues who's sleeping on a park bench. Actually, no, it's not just that. It's people from all walks of life. It's women, it's families, it's people really struggling out there. It's so much bigger than just the stereotype some may have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a group of young people who live in all sorts of precarious situations. It does across all ages and genders. There is and every story is different. There are things in common, but I think one of the important things to recognize is it's people with lives, and they've been through experiences that have led to them being where they are now. We totally push back at the idea that there's some kind of lifestyle choice, but it is true that also people's experience in lives have led to them, for instance, some feeling that this is the best option for them at the moment because of their circumstances. it's from our point of view and from the point of view of those of us in our society, we want to see everyone having the choice and the opportunity to live in warm, dry, and secure long-term housing.
The causes of homelessness are very, very complex, and I'm sure the cures are as well. But honestly, at its simplest level, Paul, this is a a symptom of brokenness in our society. If people are homeless, then something has broken within their social structure, something has gone wrong for them, something has gone wrong within the communities in which they live, which is leading to this manifestation of that brokenness. It's perhaps, yes, it's a problem in itself, but it's a symptom or a sign of a bigger problem in our society.
Well, it is a sign of one very fundamental part of our society that we're not getting right, and that's ensuring that everyone has a home to live where they can be safe and secure.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's the big structural problem. However, we shouldn't let the size of the issue overwhelm us. It does point to a bigger problem, but if we're going to solve this problem, we do need to break it down into steps that we can take
Yeah.
today, tomorrow, next week, next year, and over the next 5 years. And if we keep our eyes on the goal, this is a perfectly solvable issue, and it's not impossible to solve. And we should not let ourselves, in recognizing the complexities of people's lives and
Yeah.
situations, not distract us from the fact we can do something and we can do something tomorrow.
One of the big issues, I suppose, is that there is a time lag, that there is a lack of housing, a lack of secure, safe, affordable housing for a lot of people in our communities. To solve that problem does take time. It takes timelines, it takes money, it takes government policy commitment. We are not going to solve that overnight, but hey, it's going to take even longer if we don't start doing something now, right?
Yeah, and what we've been trying to do is already name the problem, identify the scale of it, and also we're working with people who are running proven programs that do actually work in helping people get from really critical housing needs on the streets or in a really distressing situations into a stable housing that can lead that is the basis of a sustained good housing solution. It's obviously clear that many people need various kinds of wraparound support, such as dealing with issues around home addictions or with their mental health issues, with physical health issues, um, uh, issues around accessing the financial support that they might well be entitled to, but not getting health care. And when those things are sorted, that generally puts people on a path to live a better life
Yep.
and to get out of that primary homelessness situation.
Now, the report released this week, I think a strong response from various media. What type of response would you like to see from government agencies? What type of policies would we need to see implemented to see these statistics turn around? What would be the next best step from a policy point of view, Paul?
Well, it's great. As a result of the briefings and the work that's been done up till now, we are in conversation with ministers and Minister Paul Tucker and Bishop and with officials about what can be done. Also, we're seeing local councils really concerned about this issue and wanting to take action, and community and in our communities, and we're working together already to try and find responses. I guess the first point is that you do need to address the immediate issue that is people are not being able to access the emergency housing support they need. We've told government officials they're being too hard,
Yeah.
and they've gone too far and too fast on this on reducing the emergency housing work that was basically been closed down pretty much from over 5,000 places to less than 500 now. That's moved too fast because there hasn't been the alternatives, and so
Yeah.
that's led to a lot of people ending up on the street instead of perhaps taking a bit more time and working with people. So we're asking that, first of all, let's get that emergency support right. Let's ensure that people are not being turned away who actually are entitled to support from work and income. Sometimes, if they give that support, people can find their own, maintain their solutions or find some rentals.
Yep.
Um, and alongside that, there is a need to support the services that can give housing first. I mean, housing first is an approach to where we just get it, support from the house and wrap around housing the other supports that are need for a person.
Yep.
That kind of approach is effective and works, and those are existing services that could be expanded. So we need to work with the existing solutions that are effective and look at how we can expand them. It's a really good use of resources and housing, and it would be really fantastic to see some of the money that was going into emergency housing, more of that being channeled into the known and proven and effective solutions.
I mean, there are solutions there, but it does need a policy commitment. It does need some budget to be able to turn these statistics around. Paul, thank you for the work that you've done, both in terms of the research and the report, but also the work that the Salvation Army does every day on the front line with this serious and important problem. If people wanted to find out more, and links through to the report as well, salvationarmy.org.nz. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us, Paul.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.